think it's a really exciting partnership to see Sunriver Music Festival and the Lapine schools try to get more arts happening down here in Lapine and hopefully get it going long term. I think the partnership seems so natural with the festival being such a strong presence here locally, and there's a community here in Lapine that's really receptive to that partnership and it's kind of really embraced working together.
It's a wonderful opportunity for broadening the scope of education.
The skills you get being in a music ensemble really goes beyond just the music ensemble. You learn how to practice, work hard, you actually end up creating something. And also music helps students in every other subject that there is. It helps them with math, science, reading, social studies. It connects everything together.
I'm really happy that my school got a band program because I really enjoy music and playing instruments, and I feel like it's a really great opportunity for my future.
When I first started teaching here 9 years ago, we had band, then it kind of went to the wayside, and a lot of kids wanted to do choir. And I was a choir teacher, so I was like, okay, that's fine. The years went on, Mr. Montgomery had a little bit of extra money and he wanted to try to bring the pep band back. And more kids joined band, didn't have enough instruments, so then when the grant happened, then I was able to actually start buying supplies, getting things fixed, and then we needed to order a bunch of instruments by year 2, unless we did a lot of fundraising, because it was about $20,000 in instruments. And then from there we had a combined class for 2 years. Then I started to definitely see the need for differentiation. They needed to split up because it's really hard to keep teaching when a new kid shows up and he's at square one and the other kids are all way more advanced. Finally this year we got it at the high school, so we have a high school band now, and then we have 2 beginning bands here at the middle school. One is mostly 8th graders and they're cruising along, doing really well, and one's mostly 6th graders and they're doing really well too. And to see it come full circle, where hopefully we can sustain this, we will sustain it, it's just really kind of exciting.
Yeah! The program has grown immensely, I think, in what people can expect from it in the future. We started out with a lot of these kids didn't know anything about the guitar at all when they walked into the room. And they've gradually gotten to the point to where we can play a couple songs and they've got some chords. We're working on some sponsorships for Evening of the Arts.
Lindsay and I talking about it, talking about doing a musical at the school. We thought it'd be really fun. We could get a lot of kids involved because we both have a big passion for musicals and theater, and we knew that kids out here really didn't have an idea of what that was, the commitment, the level that they needed to do.
It was a really great experience for my last play of high school, and I also loved how different it was from the other plays that we've done. It was a lot more intense and we worked really hard on it.
This will be my 19th performance singing in front of a crowd, and I don't know where I'd be without choir or without theater. In choir, we've been trying to show how fun it is to really express yourself through the arts and maybe recruit some more people to even spread the word more.
We weren't too loosey-goosey. We buttoned our act up when we needed to, but chilled out so we weren't stressing on each other.
I see the biggest focus and need coming from parents who say, I want my child to have this experience, or I want my child to be able to play an instrument, have an art class, have these experiences in their classroom day, and parents have to be allowed voice so that those art classes don't go away.
I think community support, whether it's financial support or just coming and watching our productions, that's going to be very vital moving forward.
And it didn't make my father love me, but it didn't bring me down, oh no, no, no.
Lapine, our kids are worrying about a lot of stuff, of those needs being met, whether it's food or a stable home life or whatever it is. They're constantly worried about that, and so not to have to worry about one more fee for something that they want to do it takes away the stress right off the bat, and then I'm able to focus just on getting them to be vulnerable on stage.
I think seeing the musical happen this year was huge for our community. Seeing all of the parents and families and community members coming in of our middle schoolers to see, and for them to be able to see that middle schoolers were involved with that and were able to pull that off. I think that's really amazing.
Me on the music, Mr. Parker on sets and lighting, and Miss Spring directing it.
When a kid feels special, it makes me feel, I can't even put it into words.
He came to me with the sweetest smile.
It gives me purpose and it humbles me, and it makes everything worth what I'm doing.
This program is a classroom music project. We bring a recording system in and we teach kids how to write songs, produce songs, record songs, and then ultimately perform it at the end of the day.
The first time for most of the kids here that they've ever met or been part of a professional music performance. And one of our goals is to expose kids to what it means to see and be part of quality performing arts.
I'd like to see them take away a little more understanding of how improvised music is put together.
It's like you bring them in, the kids can ask all these questions about jazz. A lot of them don't even know what jazz is, and so to actually hear someone play and then talk about their experiences in life, how they've used music in their life and continue to use it.
What I want you to notice is when you say, one of the benefits of teaching ukulele to middle school students is their brains are developing and they're learning how to learn, and this tool, this little gem of an instrument, is a great way to get them thinking, getting them understanding for themselves about how they learn and how that grows their brain and their little character as they mature.
I'm using the ukuleles that we received from the OCF grant to teach 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders about instrumental music, and also the appreciation and love of music that I'm hoping that they will carry through with them for the rest of their lives.
Beyond this year, I definitely want to keep the art program going because it is so important for our students who haven't found their place. There are students who are not avid students or who are not band students or who don't want to take that extra class in PE. They need that place where they can be creative and use that other half of their brain. So if I can provide the space and materials for them to do it, I will keep doing it.
Everybody who participates in band gets extremely good grades, and they're more happy, I think. We come to school, we play music, we have like purpose, and we get to show that through music.
Our kids have been exposed to playing instruments and having experiences with instruments that they wouldn't have had otherwise. So even now I see our middle schoolers coming back and talking to me about playing an instrument.
My vision is to get all kids engaged actively in their learning, making sure that they're getting hands-on experience, real life experience, and then promoting it to the community.
We have 30 kids in our program this year, and finally see them find what it is that makes them special, and to watch it blossom on stage, it's just, you know, it gives me goosebumps. It's what it's all about. And our attendance numbers have gone through the roof from last trimester to this trimester when it started. Kids are coming to school and they're passing their classes and they're on track to graduate. It's more than theater.
Took the midnight train going anywhere.
The mission of the Sunriver Music Festival to do something like this, to support a local school district in an area where support is really needed, and our support can make a big impact.
Don't stop believing.